Right. So this week, your focus is do your 3 activities in read theory like you did last week. Don't worry about what score you get. Just do the 3 activities, do the screenshot, and that's a 100. And then your research, module 1 today, it took us, I don't know, about 30 minutes to get through it, but we did the discussion together. It may not take you as long because you're not going to be talking to other people about it. And then vocabulary. So we're getting back into that. So unit 3, word number 1 is adversary. And you can just write an enemy. Now you may have heard the synonym antagonist because that is a literature term, a protagonist and an antagonist. Sorry guys, the people in the classroom are having a little trouble seeing, so I'm going to try to make it a little bigger. This is a really old book. Is that a little better? Okay. I think of Joker, Thanos, for those of you who like those movies. I don't know what it's from, but my husband and children talk about it all the time. Joker as in Batman and the Joker. Okay, so an adversary is just a fancy word for an enemy. Number 2, alienate. That's A-L-I-E-N-A-T-E. Sometimes it looks like 2 L's. It's A-L-I. It means to make hostile. If you alienate someone, you leave them out. You exclude them, and it ends up making them upset. So a synonym would be to separate. And guys, this is my silly attempt at an alien with a, googly body. So to make hostile, to separate. Basically, you're leaving somebody out on purpose. Number 3 is artifice, a clever trick. You may have heard the word ruse. So these are supposed to be playing cards. You know how magicians will do card tricks, or they'll tell you to pull out a card and you look at it, and then they do all kinds of stuff with the cards and end up pulling out the one you had pulled out. So artifice. A ruse. And then number 4 is coerce. In module 1 today, one of the scenarios that you have is where sometimes young women from around the world are coerced into prostitution by being promised a better life in another country. They don't realize what's happening until it's too late. So to force, intimidate is a good synonym because coerce is a very strong word. So here's one person pulling on another person to try to get them to go with them, and this person's saying, I don't want to. So coerce. So you've done 2 units with me. Please draw the silly pictures. I promise you they help. They really do. You'll remember them. And now that you guys are here 2 days face to face, we'll have more time to talk about your vocabulary together, which I'm excited about. Craven is an adjective or noun. So this one has 2 parts of speech. Make sure you write both of those down. Cowardly or coward. One of my students told me last year that there's some kind of kids show called Courage the Cowardly Dog. Are you guys familiar with it? Okay, I'd never heard of it. So TV show, that's my poor attempt at a little puppy dog. So cowardly or coward. Fearful is a good adjective for that, for craven. So number 6 is culinary. Does anybody in here want to be a chef when you grow up? Anybody at home want to be a chef? They're not answering. They said, Miss Vickers, it's only 9:40 on a Tuesday morning. So anything related to cooking. So this is my little chef's hat. You know how they'll have sometimes those tall white hats? A spatula. I think this is a very bad spoon. And there's really not a synonym for it. It's just anything related to cooking. Do you guys cook meals at home?
I do.
You do? What's your specialty?
Deer steaks.
Deer steaks. Do you do them on the grill and the oven? How do you cook them?
Smoke.
Oh, that actually sounds kind of good. Yeah. Do y'all do that like at Thanksgiving? They're non-traditional? All the time, just whenever. Awesome.
Sometimes I'll just cook some for lunch.
Oh, okay. I don't hunt, and nobody in my family does, but that doesn't mean we're against it. If you're eating it, you know, it saves. Yeah,
it's really
people
good.
like it.
It's better than like regular like beef.
Is
Yeah.
it?
My mom put some ground deer in spaghetti the other night, and you
Oh,
couldn't even tell the difference.
really? That's cool. Is it lower in fat than like beef and? Cool.
Just if you're going to eat one, eat the dead.
Does it? More tender. Do you have it all, Caitlin? Okay, I'm flipping the page. We're just having a little side conversation for a minute. All right, number 7. Everybody knows this one, I think, especially you're on your computers all the time right now. Delete, to erase, to remove. That awful moment when you've typed something up and it disappears. Or for teachers, it's, oh my gosh, we made this whole test and then we clicked the wrong button and it's gone. Demise, this is a coffin. It says RIP, you know, like rest in peace, a little X. Death. Or downfall. It could be like somebody's really wealthy and maybe they get caught cheating on their finances somehow or embezzling money. It could also be a demise like that. So it doesn't just have to be a physical death, it can be a metaphorical death too. 2 more. Number 9, exhilarate. I have a sunshine because sunshine makes us all feel a little bit better. So to enliven or to excite, just something that makes you happy. And that is EXHILHILARATE. To excite or to enliven. Now with fallow, notice you have 3 parts of speech for that. An adjective, a noun, and a verb. Adjective, a noun, and a verb. So as an adjective, it's inactive. This is especially, you know, this is used with farming, with agriculture. As a noun, it's just land left unseeded. As a verb, you might plow it, but you don't put any seed on it. So basically, it's a field without seed. Land left unseeded. If you just know the different parts of speech and have like an active and no seeds, you're good. FALLOW. That is 2 L's this time. So here's a field that has stuff growing on it, but then there's another part of the field that they're allowing to lie fallow. And farmers do that around the world. They'll rotate their crops out because if you use it too many years in a row, it sucks all the nutrients out. So they have to spend some time lying fallow. For which? Exhilarate?
So is that the one before that one, how it's 3 words, but there's noun and synonym?
Oh, that's fallow. Is an adjective a noun and a verb? Is that what you're asking me about? Yep. Oh, dormant is your synonym for this one. So fallow is an adjective, a noun, and a verb. And then dormant is your synonym. Oh, you're welcome. Are you touching my raven?
I stood it up, it's like,
Oh, did it fall over?
okay.
Does anybody need me to go back to a word? Like you missed a part of speech? Does look at your words. Does everybody have the part of speech?
What's exterior?
What's exhilarate?
This one?
It's a verb.
Like, definition?
To enliven, enliven, E-N-L-I-V-E-N. And I drew the sun because it makes us all happy. Those of you at home, do you need me to go back to the previous page? Did you miss anything? So, go ahead.
Demise and stuff like that?
A death. And then you have downfall. So tomorrow, I will, those of you who are here tomorrow, we'll do the second half, 11 through 20. And I'll put the video up for those of you who are here today, probably around 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.